A Rhode Island school official under investigation for apparently trying to raise money to clear an illegal student's debt to a cartel. The Mount Pleasant assistant principal writing to staffers, quote, "We have a student who came to America with Coyote, which is a group that helps people. Our student needs our urgent support to raise another $2,000. The border crisis, a top priority for Republicans, as new House Judiciary Committee Chair Jim Jordan schedules his very first hearing on the topic for this week. Congressman Darrell Issa sits on that committee and joins us now. Congressman, thanks for being here. First of all, it's staggering that a school official would send an email like this thinking that paying a cartel is a good thing, and it makes you wonder how many students across America might be saddled with the same situation. They have to pay back effectively indentured servitude to the cartels which traffic them here illegally.
Well, we know that we have more than 1 million so-called getaways this year. So the fact is that there are lots and lots and lots. Some of them are underage women working in the sex trade. That's just a reality that we deal with every day. But it's the committee will be looking not just at the side effects and those who are here that got around the system, but we're going to be looking specifically at failure to comply with the intent of the law and the impact it's having around the country. When
you say failure to comply with the intent of the law, you mean a rampant exploitation of asylum. I mean, this idea that everyone's a migrant, right, as opposed to an illegal breaking the law?
Well, exactly. And, you know, it would be like saying, well, you know, we're not going to prosecute anyone for any drug crime, or we're not going to prosecute anyone for assault. And what we're going to do instead is we're going to schedule that in the future we're going to have a trial, and then we're going to release them and never have the trial. That's effectively what's going on. Americans understand that we're not even processing a tenth of the people that are being allowed in per year. So every year that goes by, there will be millions more people in the backlog by intent, and those people will become American, is clearly what this administration wants to do. It's unfair to those individuals if someday they've become very American and then they're sent home because America cannot or will not tolerate, if you will, those who got in ahead of those who waited in line.
Because their first act was an illegal one when they came to this country. Real quick, just for my own curiosity, I don't normally associate the border with the Judiciary Committee. So I mean, it's great to see it a top priority, but how did it land there?
Well, the odd thing is, having been the chairman of oversight, you know, we often look at oversight because it can go anywhere and investigate anything. But when it comes to actually changing these laws or changing the enforcement of these laws, it falls squarely on judiciary. The judiciary immigration is exclusive to that committee. The laws that the president is not faithfully upholding, in our opinion, or at least in my opinion, were created in this committee not just a while ago, but decades ago, before Henry Hyde was a senior member. And that's what's sad, is that the law hasn't changed. The president's willingness to reinterpret it in a way that's never been this broad is happening.
The more you know. All right. Well, I'm glad this is the top issue because it should be front and center. The media, except for us, is ignoring it, but you guys are not. Congressman, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.